Hello everyone and welcome back to the lounge. I'm glad to be here with you guys. I hope everybody is doing good today. And unlike usually I don't have guests, but I do today. But we got to make sure that you guys can hear my guests. Obviously that's that's important. Bear with me once. Should better pull it up. You should hear me, and you'll hear yourself. Should be. We shouldn't have no problems. We are live. We are streaming. We are good. And once we get this little test done here, guys, I'll go and we'll start talking about the topic for tonight. I'm almost going to bet that Shauna's going to be here, Brandy's going to be here. Two of my finest admins. I couldn't ask for better admins ever, man. They've been my admins for a long time, and let me tell you what, they definitely know how to clean the house. I'll tell you that. Oh, they do. One way I could go back over here. Shauna, there she is. Hey, Shauna, how are you? Shauna, can you hear Brandon? You gotta talk, buddy, or they're not gonna know you're there. So, I mean, you should be.
Let's see. Say something. Say something.
Where are you looking at?
I'm looking on YouTube. Clickable button cat action. Save on. Moderator. What's the title of the stream? Clickable button. Say something. Say something. Section out of section. Clickable button add reaction.
Say something. Section open line editor. Just put in lounging space with space John and hit search.
Out of section. Say something. Lounging with Tom. Clickable button cat action. Save on. Moderator. Oh, yeah. Here we go. I see it.
Okay. And you should be able to hear yourself. Once I know we're coming through good. My audio should be good.
Yeah, your audio is good.
Wonderful. And when you keep your audio is good. No, it's fine. We'll get the.
Let's see.
We'll get the bugs worked out, and we'll be good. No big deal. We'll get it fixed.
No big deal. We'll get it fixed. All right. Let's see here. Alright, let's see.
Thank you, Shauna. Shauna said I tweeted it out like she always does. I'm telling you, man, really good admin that we got there. Yep, absolutely.
Thank you. Oh yeah, okay, there you go. Now you can go shout with us.
Hold on, because I don't think I hear you.
I don't hear you much either.
No,
I can hear you, but I can't hear myself.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hold on, guys.
My audio's a little bit low on your end.
No, to hear my reader. But they're not hearing you. Alright, I'm gonna look at this while I'm talking to you guys. We'll get you fixed up here, Brandon. I'm gonna go back over to... Okay, no. There's my mic.
Yeah, we're getting that fixed now, Sean.
Mixer.
Audio is definitely low.
I wonder if... Let me try something.
Level 1 sound mixer option. Setting. Horizontal size cursor. Normal cursor. Settings window. Output combo box speakers. Radio there. Input combo box line 2. Virtual audio list. System sound 1 of 13. Cisco Index service 2 of 13. Line 2. Virtual audio cable. 3 of line 2. Virtual audio. Adjusting output volume slider 100. 100 floor tip.
Okay, that's 100.
Virtual audio line 3. Virtual audio cable 4 of 13. NVDA application 5 of 13. NVDA application booting. New app button. New app. Adjusting output volume slider 100. Output combo box default select. Adjusted. NVDA application 5 of 13. Top 64 codec 6 of 13. Speed recognition 7 of 13. Stereo mix. Look at on the 8 of 13. Streamlabs desktop 9 of 13. Streamlabs desktop. Adjusting output volume slider 100. Output combo box default select.
My audio low.
New app button. New app floor tip. Streamlabs desktop 9 of 13.
Test.
Top flight monitor 10 of 13.
Well, that's on my end, Brandon. Just hold on. We'll get you straightened down here. I just gotta... Alright, zoom. Okay, okay. Here we're gonna try. Alright, see if... Can y'all hear him now?
Testing. Hello. Hello, everybody. Can everybody hear me?
Horizontal side cursor.
Shiner,
And Kelly says hello. And technology has a mind of its own sometimes.
can Kelly hear you now? Or no?
Kelly, write in if you can hear me.
And we're working on it.
Yeah, technology is fun. You gotta fix it sometime.
I think...
Kel, can you hear me okay on there? Barely? It's a bit low? Alright. Yeah, she's saying it's a bit low.
Okay, but she can hear you. It's just low, correct?
It's low, yeah. You can hear me, but it's just low? Yeah.
Alright, let's try this.
Live streaming YouTube, star and title, no video recording team, settings, row 1, column 1. Streamlabs desktop, live stream, star and video recording team, up. Macro volume, slider 60, horizontal side, first 61.
Yeah, it sounded like you were saying it's still low.
81.
How about now? Talk. And tell me if you can hear him.
Test. Test. Hold on. Test. Oh yeah, I think I'm coming through clear now.
There we go.
Oh yeah, okay, that's better.
And-
That's better.
Okay, good deal. Now we're good. Good deal. I'll close my setting page. Here we go.
recording team up.
All right. So,
Screen
I
match
want to
desktop
say
low
hi
and
to
column
Kelly.
two.
She's
Live
a new
streaming YouTube
subscriber.
low
She's
low
just
and
subscribed to this
low and
channel as
column
well.
recording team up 5 slash 5.6. Screen match desktop low and column 2. Nothing.
Yep, Kelly, thank you for subscribing to the channel. This channel, there's a lot of memories
Thanks.
on this channel. A lot of memories, a lot of things that we've done here at the lounge. We've had a lot of fun, and that's why this channel is still here, because I worked hard to get it where it was. But I want to talk about something that I've been doing here for a while, for over a year now, and I've gotten pretty good at it, and I want to share that with the loungers, all of you that.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it's been over a year because you started in May last year.
Yeah, that's why I said over a year. And I want to share that with you guys, and it's going to be, I'll be doing a lot of videos on the other channel, which is BVI Pilots. So that's
Yep.
Bravo Victor India Pilots, and I'm going to get a link for you guys here in a minute. I'll go look it up. I'll grab you a link and I'll put it in the chat. Something that I've been doing, like I said, for over a year, and it's something that I enjoy. But I think that you guys as viewers will, I think that you'll find it quite interesting for the fact that, hey, now wait a minute, this guy, he's blind and he's flying a airplane. What's going on here?
Flying an aircraft, yeah.
Yeah. And so I still got to figure out, or I'd give you guys a demo on here, but I got to figure out how to get where you guys can see whatever screen I want you to see. But until then, you guys can record BVI Pilots every time that I stream. I just need you to come over there and subscribe.
Yeah.
My goal right now is to get it to 1,000 subscribers, and that's still a ways to go, and I know that. Let me get a drink here.
It looks like Shauna put a link in the chat, a YouTube link. I think she might have put in the BVI Pilots channel. I'm not sure.
See what I mean? She is a admin that, I'm telling you, dude,
Shauna, if that's the link you put, thank you very much. You are awesome.
It is. That's what she does, man. Like, if I need a link posted in the chat, she'll get it, and she's quick and she's good.
That's awesome.
I have always, me and Shauna have always had a very professional / good friendship, because she's just one of them people that, friendship is something that, she cherishes, and I cherish my friendship with, my friends like that too. And
Yep.
when we have problems with trolls and all that unnecessary garbage, Shauna is on the quick to deal with it.
Yeah, Shauna just confirmed to me that was the link she put in there, and Kelly said it's definitely possible. There's no limits to blind people's accomplishments. Absolutely true.
Yeah, absolutely. But Shauna, besides the flying, and then I'll get back to it, but there's something that I want to tell you that I know will absolutely, I know that it means the world to you when I tell you this. That's why I'm getting ready to tell you about. Let me plug in my headset. Before it goes dead here, I don't want that to happen. But I know what this is going to mean to you when I tell you, because it's something that another area where I take very, very serious, and I want you to know that I will be, and I need to make you an admin on the other channel as well, by the way, because you get she gets things done much quicker. And she's, she
That
just
would definitely be a big help to us.
she helps out a lot. But Shauna, you remember there was something that we did here at the lounge that was very important to us. It meant a lot to me. It meant a lot to you and a lot of other parents out there. Something that is going to be coming back every week, just like I did before. And I want you to see. I want to see if you know what I'm going to be talking about. What do you think I'm talking about, Shauna? Something that I know will absolutely make you very happy. I know it'll put a smile on your face to know that it's coming back. What show do you think I'm referring to, or what do you think I'm talking about? Let's just see what she says here.
And I'll pass on the message.
Yeah, she'll type in there. Sometimes it takes a minute for it to update.
Yeah.
It's something that I have always taken very, very seriously. I'm actually going to.
Shauna said anti-bullying.
That's right. I'm going to continue. That's coming back, and we're going to continue to raise awareness for all the areas of bullying, because it's something that I know a lot of people still have problems with. So I don't know the schedule yet, but it's here soon, and as soon as I get the schedule put together, Shauna, I will get it to you. See, Shauna, if you don't mind, that I tell Brandon here what got you involved in the anti-bullying. Do you mind if I tell him, well, at least the sum of the story? Are you okay with that? Put it in the chat and let me know. I'm not going to say until you say it's okay. I'm doing things a little different here now at the lounge. I'm going to make sure that, number one, most of all, that people's privacy and their feelings are
Respected.
put first. So, but since she said she doesn't care, I will tell you a little.
Says no harm in raising awareness.
Yeah, exactly, Kelly. It's
Shauna said go ahead. That's fine with me.
okay. So her son, when he was in school, he went through bullying like you would not believe. She went to the board, she went to the principal, she went to the teachers. Nothing ever got done. Nothing was ever done. Over and over and over. And it then turned into, where he basically, when he graduated, he was ready, because he got bullied all the way up to time for him to leave the school.
Oh man.
I I don't think that any child should be bullied. I just don't. So here's what I'm probably going to do. Now, Shawnee, you let me know what you think, and we'll do it that way. Should we continue the anti-bullying here on the lounge, or should we? There's three options. We continue the anti-bullying here on the lounge. Number two, we change the name of the lounge. Or number three, I've got that other channel that I don't use. It's got almost 200 subscribers. We could rename that and use that. So we can use YouTube, the lounge, rename the lounge, or go use what's the other channel I had? John's Daily Vlogs. We'll update that channel name connected to anti-bullying. So
My question is, when she went to the board, the principal, and everything else, why wasn't anything done? I mean, if she had proof that he was being bullied all the time,
didn't matter.
why didn't they do anything? That's just irresponsible of the school or the school board.
Yeah, well, it's the story is longer than California put together twice.
Okay.
They just never did anything about it, and it was super unfortunate. But her son got through it, and I think that he's doing good today. I hope.
That's good.
So I want you to think about that here for a day or so on, you know, where you might want to see it, or, you know, take the anti-bullying too. The reason I'm wanting to do it that way is because I want to have a specific name connected to the anti-bullying.
Right.
That way it can get the attention that it deserves. But at the same time, the lounge, we talk about everything here, and I did a lot of motivational stuff here at the lounge, and I still plan on doing that too. So
Donna said to just do the anti-bullying here on the lounge because people know it. That's what she said.
good thinking, because I like the fact that she says that too, because I did a lot of motivational stuff on this channel. Yeah, we had our bad days, but for the most part, it was always motivational stuff to try to lift people up and help them feel better about who they are and where they're going and what they're doing.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah, I agree. If people know it here from this channel, definitely continue here
yeah, so,
with it.
alright then that's what we're going to do. Starting next week, I've not figured out, I'm probably going to do it on Wednesday evening, 7 o'clock. We will do the live stream at the lounge and get that back up and going.
Yep.
Alright. And then again, those that might be watching this later, you're going to find the link to BVI Pilots. You'll be able to go there You'll be able to watch the videos there with flying, and I literally fly all over the world. Sometimes it's just, state to state, throughout the United States. Other times I might decide I want to fly to Europe.
Yeah.
It just depends, but it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it.
Oh boy.
But yeah, Brandon, I think you joined in on some of that before.
Not much, but
No, you didn't join, but I think you listened to this channel before.
I have,
I've always enjoyed the topics that we talked about here at the lounge. Always. They're always powerful topics. Next week I'm actually going to be talking about making changes in your life, and those that are scared to make changes in their life because they're not used to anything different, but they know they need it, and what they do, and the process on making changes. I don't know. It's gonna be good. It always is. Sean has been with us, well, since about the beginning of the creation of the lounge. She's been here. And I think, if I recall, I think she found the lounge on her own, just looking at channels. Do you recall, Shauna, how long? Because I know it's been a long time. But yeah, so look for next week's stream to be pretty powerful, because I'm going to be obviously talking about bullying and what you need to do if you're being bullied.
That's taking a break right now.
What is?
Kelly was asking me if Stan was still going, but I'll tell her about that later.
No, Stan is going. Stan is still fully operational, up and going. Now that is a channel by itself, just because that's connected to the college. Now, it always takes a break in the summer. So, for June, July,
Shauna wrote in and said, I found you through Shine Bright days.
yep. I remember now, you're right. You did. You sure did. Okay, there we go. But yeah, it's been, gosh, we've been through a lot.
It's been a Wow.
We've been through a lot at the lounge, haven't we, Shauna? We've been through the thick and thin, but we've never turned our back on each other. Unfortunately, we had some that did, some that wasn't in it for the long haul. They were in for, well, the long haul, the long, no, and some of them pulled a major bluff on me and Shauna and Brandy. Brandy, I don't think she's here tonight, but another great admin of mine. It's just, as that saying goes, you can't judge a book by its cover. And that's so true, isn't it? So true.
It is.
Before we end the stream, I've got to give something motivational. That's just how the lounge works. So, something that I've been thinking about while going through college, and I've faced it more than once. And that is keeping yourself motivated in the right way while going through college, while trying to get a job and make a change in your life for the better. You're going to have people that are going to tell you the opposite of what you want to hear. And sometimes young people only do it because they're scared that you might be doing better than them. Let me give you a good example. When I first started college, I had a lot of people saying, "Oh, why in the world would you go back to college? You're too old. It's never going to work out. It's going to be so difficult on you. You're going to need voc rehab to help you get through college." Well, ladies and gentlemen, I started college in 2017. I graduated 2 weeks ago with my 3rd degree.
I'll just say this. You have to be old to go to college. I have a family member who just recently stopped going to college, and they've been going to college for 60 plus years. And they have several degrees in several different fields.
And the thing is, when you go to college, you basically got to start over when it comes to scheduling and creating new schedules in your life. You got to start at the bottom and put your priorities first: school, assignments, quizzes, papers. But once you get in a pattern, it's not so bad. It really isn't. My first day at college was, I was a little nervous, but to be honest about it, fix it there. Once you put your priorities in a line, in a row, and you keep following that, it's going to just become a habit. And you will run into bump roads, whether it's a job you're doing or a career, but you just try to get up and keep going. Since I was 22, for over 10 years, I would, I'd go out and I'd start a new job or whatever, and watching the cat there.
No, I'm wondering. Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, I just want the main point here is do for you, people, because no one else is going to do it. No one else. There's a few people that I absolutely amazed when I went and got all the way through college without VR. But I did it. I said I was going to do it, and I did it. I said I was going to take my just do it. Just don't pay attention to other people. That's bottom line. Something I'm going to bring up, Shawnee, I know I've talked about this a lot. The one thing you could do, and I promise you guys, if people would just do this and actually do it every day, it takes 2 or 3 minutes to do it, I guarantee you that it will change your life in so many ways. Every morning, take time to yourself for 2 or 3 minutes and remind yourself of all the positive things about yourself. That you are smart. You are beautiful. You will succeed.
7:48.
You are going to reach all of your goals. If y'all remember, I set goals back in 2017. And what I would like to do right now, and I've not done this yet, I would like to go through them goals and just point out to you what I've done. Goal number 1 that I had was to find a college and start going. That goal's been checked off, obviously. My second goal was to get a degree in criminal justice. I did that in the middle. I did that in my first few years of college. That's checked off. My next goal was to go and get a degree in psychology. I just graduated 2 weeks ago with my degree in psychology. I followed the plan. I followed my goal sheet. The worst thing you can do is put these goals in your head and follow them that way, because you will stray from the path. I mean, you'll get other things going and you'll fail at your main stuff. Another goal that I had was I always wanted to own my very own camper. Well, guess what's sitting in my driveway? My very own camper. I wanted to own more than one vehicle for transportation. And there in my driveway are 2 vehicles. Every goal that I had broke down, I checked it off as I completed it. I've got another goal.
One goal you wanted to do is swimming, and you've done that too.
Yeah, I never did write that down. That was just a hobby, but you could write that down as a goal, I guess. Another goal that I have wrote down still is to get my bachelor's degree in psychology. Well, hopefully in January I'll be starting a 15-month program to do just that. All these goals, all I did was write them down and follow them. And, you know, you might have goals that might take you 4 steps to complete it. Like if you're going to go and get a new job, you write down get a new job. Well, to get a new job, you got to start, you know, you got to build a resume. So you write that task underneath of that goal. You got to, you know, get yourself a couple of nice suits for interviews. You write that down. You got to start calling places about jobs. You write that down. Then you got to get yourself some interviews. You write that down. And then you get hired. You write that down. And you'll be able to check all that off. Before you know it, that goal will be completed. Because you left it at the top. You left it priority. I'm not perfect by no means. But for me to be where I am today, it took to do just that. Goal setting, achievements, and motivation. And I'm telling you people, you can do the same thing. It wasn't easy, but I did it. And you can too. So if you're not happy with where you are in your life, don't give up. Make a change. Write down them goals. Take time to exercise your mind each morning by giving yourself positive thoughts. Eventually it becomes a habit, and you'll just start waking up feeling good about who you are and where you're going. I promise you it works. I've had some that started to do it, they did it like if I can ever do anything to help, I will. I would love to help you if I can. But I'm saying it just takes you to do it. That's it. It's not as hard as you think. And if you ignore all the hate and the negativity around you, take yourself from them environments, your life will change drastically. So, if you might got any questions about what we talked about today, by all means, you can leave comments down below. You can email us, send a message to us on Twitch. And if you'd like to get with the semi, just reach out and I'd be glad to help you guys. If you want to sim with us, come to the simming channel, BVI Pilots. Be sure to set your notifications to always so you're notified. That's Brandon. I'm always going live.
And I'm a pretty regular guest on there, so well when I get up to go in here from the city. But I like to fly a lot too.
Yep. And I'll tell you, I love to fly. And
that's a pretty interesting experience is trying to fly together, haven't we?
the amazing thing is, guys, let me show you something.
Awesome. So just put the link into the chat channel so people can go check it out.
Oh yeah, that's usually what she'll do if I'm talking about something and I bring it up more than once. She'll put it in there again. Let me show you guys. Let me show you guys something. And this is how real that this is. I'm gonna go to my downloads for a minute. You guys can't see it, I don't think. Shauna, if I'm correct, the only thing you're seeing is my restream window, correct? You're not seeing like what I'm doing, correct? She'll let you know here in a minute about that.
Yeah. Let's see.
I'm going to open up this PDF file. Shauna, you're probably not going to see it, but I've opened it up. Let me know if I bet you're not seeing that. You're probably just seeing the restream window. Is that correct?
Yeah, she's not seeing it, I don't think. She said correct.
Alright, so what I've got here, this is 4 pages, and what it says is, let me get down here to it. Alright, 737, 800, checklist from startup to shutdown. This is a real live checklist.
Real pilot's checklist.
This is the same checklist that one of my friends use when he's flying. I have to follow these same rules when I'm in the sim.
7:57 p.m. Full notifications. 7:58 p.m.
Okay.
Full notifications.
So all this stuff. Battery on, guard closed. What that's saying is I gotta turn my battery on and close the guard so I don't hit it. Standby power, guard closed. You flip the switch for your standby power and there's a guard that goes over it. So all this stuff is what the real pilot uses in the real plane.
Yep.
And I just want people to realize that being in the sim, the difference about it is that you're flying in a sim, you don't have all the real controls right in front of you.
No, you don't have a physically in front of you.
You're not 30,000 feet.
No, that's not a battery alert. That is
Um,
a that you flip and turn the battery on.
So basically, then you have APU generator on. That's the generator that runs the APU to keep, to keep power flowing.
Power to the plane.
Yep, keeps power to the plane. Then you got APU bleeds on. Emergency exit lights armed. All this stuff. And we're close this because I'm not going to read all of it. But the whole point is, if I practice, well, I've been flying for over a year now, so if let's just say, the reality of if I was in a real plane and something was to happen, I'm not saying I can go up there and land that airplane like a pro, but I can definitely go up there, take someone sighted with me, and work through it together.
Yep.
Okay, and more than likely be able to get that plane landed.
Yeah.
Now I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh well, I know how to do it, just get out of my way, let me do it. There's still things that you don't get in the sim that, you know, you don't have that real life experience. But as far as the knowledge, I can carry a conversation with the pilot, and he knows what I'm talking about, and I know what he's talking about. And I think that that's amazing. Absolutely amazing. For anyone messaging me outside of our stream right now, yes, we're streaming. We cannot stop at the moment. So you'll have to just hang out where you're at.
You're gonna have to hang out where you're at. Ellie put this interesting thing. She said, when you're simming, it's possible to escape real-world situations. I find that kind of interesting. The way she put that.
Well, I think when you're simming, well, I think what she means as far as not the situation of the airplane, but like maybe you had a stressful day at class or at work. You can get this.
I agree.
You can get in the sim and get away from that. That's what she means by that.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. It does help. It's definitely a stress reliever. Unless you got controllers that are like Fort Worth that just act ridiculous and you got to deal with them, but which I've had sometimes.
It's just part of it. I mean, even the real pilots have. I would like to show you guys something if I can. While I got you on the lounge, and at least give you an idea. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to quickly load my sim. We're not doing a flight, but I want you to hear. I want you to hear something else. I want you to hear the VAT sim. So we'll go in there and we'll just listen. Wonder where we could go that would more likely be active. Brandon, any thoughts?
8:03 p.m. 4 notification. Try again.
I don't know if they'll be active or not. We can. Fellas, I'm sorry, but when we're in these rooms, it should be an indicator that we're busy and we can't just, this is why we created these. I don't know what else to say, because that's, speaking of that, I'm gonna give you guys a sneak peek at the sound pack that I made too. Let's just get this loaded and I'll play it. So I'm gonna go to change vehicle here, and we'll just we'll get into a PMDG. Alright, PMDG 737 900. We'll go with that one. Come on. I'm really excited that you're back here, Shauna. I know that you know, you've always got a lot going on in your life, and you know things, and I find it amazing, and I'm really grateful to have someone that still will drop what they're doing, if at all possible, just to come up here and help me out. Well, there we go. We'll use that one. Sometimes, not going to worry about that. Shannon's been called BBI, yes. Alright, I'm going to show you guys something. This is what is cool too, and I'll show you when we get to it. Alright, so I'm going to change the airport. I guess we'll go to, I don't know if anybody's going to be at LAX or not. Come on. Here we go. KLAX. So I put in KLAX. That is the airport. It's actually not called airport code. It's called ICAO code. Yeah. So we've got CLAX. I'm going to tab down to the runway box. Hit Alt down arrow. And we're going to pick us a runway here. Take me to the place I love. Oh. I'm not starting on the runway, I'm going to a gate. I said I was going to the runway, the box where the runways were, and we're going to a gate. No. We'll go to, no, we're not going to do that. So we're going to 102. Gate 102, it's medium. Hit enter on that, and then we're going to load the sim. You guys can't see it right now, but when you're on BBI, you will be able to see it. And here for just a few more weeks, when you guys come over, Shawnee, if you got Twitch, to be able to watch exactly what's going on, for a few weeks, you'll be able to watch through Twitch to see exactly what we're doing, to see the plane and all that. You just use Twitch and go and follow Pilot Life 2020. Let me tell you something, Brandon. Let me tell you something. Me and Shauna know all about troves, don't we, Shauna? We know all about what the troves can Sorry about that. Hitting my mic on you guys. Let's see. Almost there. Yep. Alright, so we're on the ground. I don't gotta worry about adding the flight plan and all that. We're not flying, but I will do a startup for you guys. It's raining outside, guys. That noise there is the jets. And if y'all listen enough, you will hear the thunder. I don't know what that beeping is. It's going beep, 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 beep. It's got something to do with, I know exactly what it is. Oh, what's that program that listens to you type? Or you can talk to it, oh, what's the name? Let me fix that real quick. I'm gonna go there and kill it. Alright. Alright. Come on, NBA. What's the name of that program called? Cortana? Alright. Bear with me here, you guys. We will get it. There it is. Test manager. I'm trying to remember what. Is it something with a C, Cortana? I can't remember if it's a C or a K. I don't even see it. See if we can get it here. Well, you know what? What does it do with it? I don't see it. Oh wait, I know how I can do it. Hold on, bear with me, guy. We'll take care of this. Oh, what was the hotkey to bring Cortana up? Was it Windows? No. Echo. What is the hotkey to open up Cortana on Windows desktop?
From jcarchibald.com, Cortana can be accessed by clicking the search bar, pressing the microphone button, saying "Hey Cortana," or by pressing Windows key plus C on the keyboard.
Hey Cortana. Hey Cortana. There she is. What's this, Cortana? Windows F4. Still beeping. I don't know what that beeping is. Alright. Anyway, who cares? It's all good. I don't care. Alright, so this is the jet you guys are hearing. That's outside the jet. Okay? You're not seeing nothing right now, but that's okay. I'm going to open VATSIM. VPilot. Take me to the place I love. Take China all the way. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, my bad. Alright, let's see here. There we go, VPilot. No, I'm not doing their update right now. Alright. Connect. So, I'm in at 737, so I'm typing in B737. I put in my airline name, which is GSI 118. I could check mark the observer mode, but I'm not there as an observer. I'm just going to connect to just sit there. I'm going to hit connect. Next I'm going to do, now watch nobody be on. Wait a minute. SFF.
San Francisco.
.com1. GSI radio check. They're probably not going to hear me in San Francisco. Brandon unfortunately picked the wrong place. Well, I could have used VATSPI. I didn't even think about that. Anyways, well, I can tell you that it is accessible. But we don't have, looks like nobody is alright. Nobody's on, but I am going to do a startup so you guys can hear what this sounds like. Well, it's alright. We'll do a startup at least, and then I don't gotta do all this other stuff. I'm just gonna, when we go to do the walk around, just skip that. And I'm gonna exit VPilot because, alright, so we're on form 1. We're connected. I'm not worried about the preferences because we don't need to worry about that. I'm going to open the cockpit door. I might do a pushback to give you guys some of the sound that we got going on here now. Alright, so we're going to open up the door. Door 1 is open. And when I look over here, it'll show me "20 seconds till co-pilot gets seated." Alright, pre-flight flow is started, so now you can hear him clicking buttons. Shawnee, can you hear him clicking buttons? You should be able to hear the thunder. Alright, Shawnee, you take care, hon. We'll talk to you here soon. Stay safe. Again, after today, if you guys want to pick anything up about flying, you got to come over to BVI Pilots. You'll find the link in the chat window there where Shauna put it a couple times. Go there and subscribe and join us. We'd love to have you. Oh yeah. That's going to be awesome. You will enjoy flying, Kelly. I'm going to show y'all something. Alright, left off 1, right off 6 twice. Now, I've never done this, but I'm curious to see what it'll do. K, L, A, X. Left off 1, K, L, A, X, right off 1. You know what I just did, right? Yep. And now I'll do OA. And there is 5 pages for taking off. we'll just do Shady 5. Not far. We're going to take off from 6 left. Shady's going to be our Sid. GMM's going to be a transition. Actually, no. Ener is going to be our execute. Alright. Brakes on 6. All day. Whoa. Oh, here we go. Okay. And we'll do Angel. CGNY. There we go. The co-pilot just came in and said, I hope the weather don't delay us, because it's storming outside. Well, I made up that weather, so it's not real weather. Here, route discontinuity. Okay, got that done. To the top of my CDU and put my heading in. 071. Yep. Well, no, you can't. you can't load your descent until you're up in the air. You mean for the weather, the forecast? I will load. There we go. I will load the. Well, I mean, the iOS is already in. The iOS is already in the flight plan. You don't got to do anything to set that up. It's going to follow that automatically.
I'm not going to beg you to come back home.
Okay. Now let's go to first feed real quick. Interref. I'd like to give a shout out to Miss Kelly. Hi Kelly. Alright, now flight level is going to be FL 410. Do you know what that is? That's right. Alright. Yeah, I'm going to make the cost index. I'm going to set it real low. I'm probably set it to like 1. Because and we're going to do cost index of .1. So that's 2,000 for the reserve. And then when you're doing the per minute page yourself, the per minute page is your cost index, your reserve, and then you hit left off 3 twice. We don't need to go up that high. I don't like that. Put it at 8,000. trying to change the altitude. I don't like it that high. There we go.
Dinner's ready. I got your plate.
All right, be there in a minute.
Okay.
FL 240 is what it wants to be at. I tried to put in, well, I tried to put in 8,000, but it's not liking that. But we are getting on a star and coming back in though, so that's why. So what I'm thinking. F2, right 2, 6. I don't like that speed at all. We're going to set this to, it's got my V2 speed at 132. That's the maximum speed. We're going to set it to 210. Okay, we got a lot of, we got rain and stuff we're dealing with. So, I don't, okay, so, here's what I'm going to do. If you don't mind, because it only take me maybe 5 minutes, I want you to talk to them about well, I'll tell you exactly what you could do. To give people around a better idea of who you are, where you came from with simming, while I'm grabbing my face real fast, why don't you tell them how you got started simming, and then continue to tell them about the simming that we did, the learning that we did together, and then how TFM is where it is today. And how, it's, well, whatever you want to say. Guys, I'm going to let him do that while I do, I'm going to do one checklist real quick. A pre-flight checklist, and then I'll let Brandon talk to you. Once this is done, we're looking good there. I don't know what that beeping is. It's so annoying. Alright. I'm going to shut the cockpit door. We're good there. Alright, he's going to do some more stuff here. Go ahead and do that, and I'll be back here in just a minute, you guys. I'm going to leave you with my friend Brandon here. Brandon, take the wheel, my friend.
So, for those of you who don't know me, I am Brandon, and I have been simming since late 2016, I believe is when I got started. And I got started under Microsoft Flight Simulator 2004 Steam Edition, and I started out with a program called It's Your Plane. Now, that program was okay for me starting out, but the thing I wasn't a fan of was the fact that you were very limited on what planes you could fly, how many planes you could fly, and what types you could fly. I wasn't a fan of that. But for the time, just getting into simming, it was a good program because it allowed you to do checklists. And it took a while because you had to go through every single checklist. Like he just did. You had to go through a pre-flight, before start, after start, before taxi, taxi, after taxi, before takeoff, basically do everything a real pilot would do in an aircraft, and then start the flight. So yeah, that was good starting out. And then that program died. Couldn't do anything with it. And I thought, gee, maybe we're not going to be able to sim anymore because there was nothing there. About 2 years ago in 2020, I got back into simming with a program called FS Tramp. Now, for those who don't know what that is, it's a program that allows you to fly freeware aircraft such as a 737 Airbus, 787, the 777, the 747, basically all your bigger jets. And you can also fly things like CRJs, Bombardiers, Embraer aircraft. Basically, you're allowed to fly different jets with it. So, I flew that for a bit. And Johnny had an interest in simming in May of last year. So he calls me out of the blue. He says, hey, I'm interested in simming. What do you think? And I was like, sure, I can teach you. So I started working with Johnny. We start working with FS Tramp, FSX Pilot. I started him out on this other program called FSX Pilot, which basically flew the plane for you, but you had to do a lot of babysitting with it. I didn't like it. And very quickly, he switched over to FS Tramp. And I'll tell you guys something. And this is embarrassing for me, being a long-time simmer. I never used to go on VATSIM. We were talking about VATSIM earlier. Because I'd heard so many horror stories about, oh, blind people were treated horribly over there. Nobody would work with us. They were mean. Lo and behold, I get to working with Johnny, and not even a week later, this man goes on VATSIM, does a flight, calls me after he does it and says, guess what I did? I said, you didn't go on VATSIM. He goes, oh, yes, I did. I just completed a flight. I said, oh, no. This is not going to hold. You just really showed me up as a long-time simmer, because here I am, simming since 2016, never went on VATSIM, and you go out on there a week after you start and do a flight. So this is not going to stand. So I started going on VATSIM and doing flights. And then I got other people to start going on VATSIM and doing flights. And we started using a program called Talking Flight Monitor as well to basically read what was our aircraft doing with the instruments, what was our altitudes, what was our airspeeds, what was our weather, what was our wind conditions, and different things like that. And I'm going to say, as this time has gone on, from the very beginning when I started to now, it's amazing how far simming has come for us. We used to not be able to fly payware aircraft at all. Now we can fly 3 of them. We can fly the 737, the 47, and the 777. And Talking Flight Monitor has made us be able to do that. And it's incredible what we can do with it now versus what we could even 2 years ago when we were just flying freeware stuff. And like I said, I'm going to be training on this payware probably next week. I'm hoping that at some point next week I'll start training on the 3.7. I believe I will be. And I'll get good enough I can get it back on VATSIM, because I love flying on VATSIM. Always have. With the exception of when you get the controllers that don't act nice, but that's very few and far between. But most of the controllers are very willing and easily work with us. Thank goodness. So yeah, that's where I've come from. Like I said, I'm a very frequent guest on BBI Pilots. I'm going to be also filling in on that channel from time to time. When Johnny can't do a stream, I'll be filling in. And we'll have other friends of ours filling in as well. I'm thinking. I don't know how he's wanting to do that just yet, but point is, you're going to see a lot of us on BBI Pilots doing flights, doing streams, doing events, and we love to have fun doing it. We have fun flying. It's a lot of fun for us. It's a common hobby we all like to do, get together, chat, hang out, fly. We have fun, and it passes the time. So that's a bit about me and where I come from with simming. I'm just impressed that Johnny learned as quick as he did, because I've taught other people, and it just takes me months and months and months to deal with just the basic stuff, and he caught onto it real quick. And I didn't have to work with him very long before he got it, and he just showed me up on VATSIM, and I was like, that's not going to be allowed to happen. Yes, I know. You're going to hold me to that, I know. I appreciate that. I will definitely not be looking at that while in training. For those who don't know, we're getting a user guide together on the payware aircraft for release, and basically to help new users learn how to fly. But I definitely don't want to be dependent on a guide while I'm doing training. Because, I mean, if you do that, what's the purpose of training? Read outside of class, do some flights. When you're in training, do the flights, see what you can remember and retain. Don't look at the guide. That's how I see it. VATSIM basically allows us to talk with air traffic control as if we were flying in a real aircraft. So basically, if you have somebody on at, say, Los Angeles on the ground, I'll just give you an example. So I've done a lot of these. I can still do them. So I would say something like GSI 116 requesting IFR clearance to Austin. And the controller would come back and go, GSI 116, cleared to the Austin airport, climb and maintain 5,000, expect flight level 340, 10 minutes after departure. Well, okay, for LAX you'd have a SID, so it would be climb via the SID, climb and maintain 5,000, expect flight level 340, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is 120.67, squawk 1123. And I would basically read back that. GSI 116, climb via the SID, climb and maintain 5,000, expect flight level 340, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is 123.67, squawk is 112.60. And they would say, read back correct. Let us know when you want to reposition to the runway, since we can't taxi. Which, we would put that in our flight remarks. Let me see if I got any other chats coming in here. Yeah, it is awesome. I've done so many of these VATSIM IFR departure request, clearance requests. Like I said, I can do them in my sleep. That's how good I've gotten at doing them. John's actually done his for real on a real aircraft, which I haven't gotten to do that for an experience yet. I would love to. I'd love to do one for real on a real aircraft. But I'm pretty confident I could do it, given the fact I do it so much in a sim on VATSIM. So that's a little brief history about me and my flying. I hope everybody enjoyed that. Like I said, I'm going to be flying really soon. I'm looking forward to getting into the training sessions really soon. I'm looking forward to flying the 7.3 on BBI Pilots. Believe me, I'm going to be doing a lot of that. There are going to be a lot of flights with me on BVI Pilots, and maybe Johnny and I can do a joint flight sometime. I think it'd be a lot of fun. We've had a few misadventures on joint flights when we've tried to do them in the past. We have never completed one yet. That's been our goal. We've tried to complete one. We haven't done it quite yet. So I think when I get really good at some of the bigger aircraft too, I think we're going to try to make it a goal to see if we can actually do a complete flight. I think it'd be a lot of fun to do. We've tried to fly to China, to Russia. Never worked. Something would always happen. Either my computer would restart or something would happen to his. And we just never got through the flight. It was kind of a frustration. And I think we figured out the problems and why we couldn't, because we both had things loaded. One of us only had to have them loaded, such as Tramp. So we're going to try a joint flight at some point. I'm really wanting to do it and complete a long haul. That's one of my goals. I'd love to do a transatlantic flight with him. That's my specialty. I do oceanic flights. I do a lot of those. And people who know me very well know that I love to do oceanic flights. And I have done them on VATSIM too. I remember one I did from London, or no, where did I go? I went from Miami to London, and I didn't get into London till 4 a.m. Central Time. And I took off at I think it was 8 or 9 Central. I can't remember the exact time the night before, but it was a pretty long flight. It was about an 8-hour or so flight over to London from Miami, going over the ocean, and I did all of it on VATSIM. Yeah, I definitely don't want to be doing that again. Not unless I'm doing one during the day, then I don't mind. But late at night like that, I get really tired. Especially when the aircraft sounds really good. And it just lulls you to sleep. Now, what we're going to do in this flight is we're going to try something we've never done. We're going to do a climb out of LAX, go out a little ways, and then we're going to see if it'll turn around and come back into the airport for a landing. I'm actually curious if this will work. Because I don't know if we've never tried this. This is our first time doing this. If you guys will excuse me for a second, I need to get a drink because my throat's dry from all that talking. Good thing we got something to drink in here. Ooh, yuck, I forgot about that tea. Okay, never mind. That tea's horrible. Alrighty then, I have to get some more tea. That's alright. I'll definitely do that. And I'm not seeing any more chats. I think we've only got one viewer. But that's okay. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to get some more tea because that tea we have in the fridge is yuck. It's terrible.
All right. guys in just a moment. Gotta turn that air off. Whew. Alright, Brandon, did you teach him how to fly? Oh yeah, sure. Yeah. So right now, guys, I'm going to go ahead and do a before start checklist before I continue my pushback from the gate. So right here it is, before start checklist. Flight deck door, closed and locked. Fuel, 6, 8, 9, or 2 pounds, checked. Passenger signs on. MCP V2 210, heading 71, altitude 10000, takeoff speed V1 115, VR 116, V2 132. GE pre-flight completed. Rudder and aileron trim 3 and 0. Taxi and takeoff briefing completed. Anti-collision lights on. Checklist complete. Altitude gotta be adjusted because I gotta do left bracket shift A. I think we said that was gonna be 24,000. Is that right, Brandon? The altitude was gonna be 24,000, correct? Alright, we got that set now. There we go. Okay. So our before start checklist is complete. After that, we're going to be doing our pushback. So we'll go here to my voice button. Ground crew from cockpit. Ground crew from cockpit. Ground crew from cockpit. Well, for some reason. Ground crew from cockpit. Ground crew from cockpit. We'll get it, just hold on. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll use GSX for now. Here we go. There we go. We'll do Delta Airlines. I'm not using American. Alright. Ready for pushback, lock in gear.
9:01 p.m. 8 notifications.
bypass been inserted, release parking brake. Now we'll go back over here. I think Cortana has got my voice button not working this round because of start engines. Start engines. I just told you why. Here we go. I believe Cortana has got my mic in use. Yeah, I don't like her. Engine's cut out. Number one starter engaged. Number one generator active. Alright, going to confirm good engine start. Good engine start. Now we're doing the after start flow. That pack auto. Right pack auto after you bleed off. Number one starter out. Alright. And there's our windshield wipers on. You can hear them. Which means we got rain. And folks, if we got rain, that means I'm definitely going to check my anti-ice and make sure it's on. So I'm going to do left bracket P. Alright, go to the very bottom. Up arrow once. Anti-ice. Engine 2, checkbox, not checked. It is now. Engine 1, checkbox, not checked. It is now. Wing anti-ice, not checked. It is now. Right probe heat is good, left is good, window heat, right good, right forward's good, left forward's good, left side's good. Alright, pressurization, cruise. That is set, landing. Alright. Now we got all that done. You always check your anti-ice, people. I don't care what anybody says. Going to close the 737 panel. Alright. Now, what do we need to do now, Mr. Brandon? Nope, I'm on the taxiway. Alright. Taxi checklist. Generators. Well, we're going to go back through and do an after start flow because there was stuff there that did not repeat. Alright. Well, Josh, you're going to have to wait, my friend. Yeah. After start flow, we're going to run that again. Say internal lights, flaps. Oh, I know why I didn't read it.
Why?
Because even the even though it wasn't working, the voice button was activated and the checklist will not automatically go through it for you when the voice button is activated. Alright, so now we'll go back to the taxi checklist. Here we go. Generators on, probe heat on, anti-ice on, isolation valve auto, insert switches continuous, auto brakes, RTO, flight controls. Here we go. Yoke full to the left, full left, yoke to the right, full right, yoke to the back, full back, and yoke forward, full forward. Ground equipment cleared. Checklist complete. Now we're going to move to the runway, folks. 6 left. Just work me there. Boy, we got the rain. Alright. Now we are on the runway. Checklists are complete. Alright. What checklist are we doing now? Flaps are set, stabilization trim. Ooh, look at the rain.
You think this is interesting? Just wait till I start doing bugs as well.
Alright. I'm guessing Kelly is tuned in, isn't she? Alright, Kelly, what you're hearing now, you're hearing the engines, the outside sound of the engines. We're going to go back to the inside, and you're going to hear the engines begin to rev up here. I'm going to raise my throttles a little bit. Parking brake is off. Entry mode is enabled. Here we go. Give it some more thrust. Thread is set. And here we go. We are up in the air, my friends. Flaps in. There we go. Oh, the weather. The weather. We had a little problem here, folks. Oh, we did. We had a major problem here. So, basically, guys, you hear the beeping. Okay. Um, what? So what I did was, we had to abort. I went ahead and landed. The reason I landed was, now, I mean, I could have went ahead. Alright, so we're still at the airport. I just did it, go around and went back and landed. Well, it's not going to let me come too far out from the airport. But I set it back down because there was just too much wind. This is why, like, I had purposely set this as a major thunderstorm, to see how it would act, yeah. I'm not going to do the flight again. I just wanted to show you guys that, you know, these kind of things can happen, and, you don't fly in a bad weather like that. If you go to do a flight and it's really bad weather the way this is, I mean, I had wind gusts that was 37 knots. $18 knots, gust 28. You'd be grounded. No. Like right now it says 326 to 18 knots, wind gusts at 28 knots. The heading we were taking off in, all that wind would be hitting us from the side. And it'd have been bad in every way. So, anyways, we would like to invite you guys to join us over on BVI Pilots. That is where, you know, that's where the real flying happens. It's over there. That's the engine shutting down. Well, I know I got another. I've got a couple of alarms going here. Oh. Well, I don't know what alarm that is actually. But what did it do next? Let's see. Why does it keep going out the window, you stupid thing? Let's do that. Anyways, flying is a lot of fun. I enjoy it. Even on them days when a flight doesn't work out. I knew this wasn't going to, but I didn't want to tell you guys that. I wanted to see what it would do. Bottom line is, even on VATSIM and on sim in general flying, you got to treat this. You got to be serious. If you get on VATSIM and you're acting up and you're treating this like a game and blah blah blah, they're not going to be happy with you at all. They're just not going to be happy with you. And you can be kicked off of VATSIM, and you don't want that. If you get kicked off VATSIM, there goes your days of flying. Yep, on YouTube. I think we're referring to the same. So, anyway, if you guys would like to, and that's the reason that we've got this over on BVI Pilots, is that way if you guys don't want to, be a part of the flying, we're not going to force it on you. Obviously, this channel here is for a different purpose, but I wanted to see, we can get some support over on BVI Pilots. We got about close to 50 subscribers, but I know that it can get more. And I know that we will get more, but it takes time. So, hopefully you guys will follow us over there and join us. It is a lot of fun. And, you never know, maybe if you start flying, you'll see how relaxing it really is. I'll tell you, on a long day, I like to come home and fly. I can get on a good flight, a good 4 or 5 hour flight, and lay back in my chair and go to sleep for 5 hours listening to the airplane.
Oh, if she gets another 50, she would.
It really is. It really is. So, anyways, I will probably do some more flying on 2020 as well. I plan on I plan on sharing more flights. I did a flight today on there with the A320neo. I went to KDFW to KLHM, yeah, and I made over $75,000, not million, thousand. Yeah, so, and there's a setting on there you can do where you start out with $1 million, and if you do that, you don't get to go through the rankings and stuff. But I don't care about that. You still get to run your airline the way you want to run it, and get more planes and stuff like that. So. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll both rock them out, man. But yeah, good time. Like I said, I don't fly on Microsoft all the time because of the errors that's been going on with it. I'm just getting. Yeah. For sure. For sure. But anyways, guys, again, every week on Wednesday I will be here to do a video on the lounge. I'd like to get the lounge back up and get it active again. I'm not gonna deal with all the drama and all that. We'll just block them and move on. But we're gonna focus on raising awareness for bullying. Back to more of the motivational stuff, and then just general videos like I used to do. So yeah, good times. Brandon, hopefully you'll join me next time on here. I'm sure you guys will see him on here with me again. So yeah. Awesome. So guys, I appreciate every one of you. If you are new here at the lounge, Lounging with John, be sure to tap on that subscribe button. Check your notifications, set them to always, so that you are notified each and every time that we publish a new video here at the lounge. Guys, it's been fun. It's been great. Enjoyed doing this video for y'all, and I hope you enjoyed it just the same. If you got questions, you know what to do. I'm not holding your hand for you. Just email us. Leave a comment. Something like that.